would happen if Greg Dulcich becomes the leading? Would that change the dynamic at all for the wide receiver room?
It would mean
in a good
they
way.
were terrible.
It's probably pretty
or
scary.
Or it could mean he's Travis Kelce and he has 1,300 receiving yards.
There's only one of those.
That would be nice.
No, I mean you see George Kittle.
Also,
George Kittle put up 1,300 yards. I think 2 seasons ago. There are tight ends. There's 3 in the league ish that can get 1,000 yards a season. I think Darren Waller did it 2 years ago. And I'm not saying that Greg Dulcich should get 1,000 yards, but I don't think it's necessarily 100% doom if Greg Dulcich leads the team. I think it could be doom, or it could mean, and then you just found a top 3
I think
tight
it's
end
more
in the
likely
NFL.
that he leads the team. If he's leading the team, that he got like 750, and the rest of the team was terrible, then he got 1,300.
That would be
yards.
really hard for like DraftKings to set a line. Or it's like if Greg Dulcich is a leading receiver,
What does
over
he
under
have?
how many yards?
I just don't think he's.
It's
that
probably not good. Yeah.
I want to see what did Greg Dulcich average last year in the games that he played over an entire season, because it was
good.
I mean, there were stretches where he was the third best receiver for or third best tight end receiving wise for a 5-game stretch, only behind Travis Kelce and George Kittle. And he was that good. Here, I got his stats up right here. He only went for 411 receiving yards last year.
How many games did he play?
He played. Here, I got the numbers right here. So averaged out over a 17-game season. That's 700 receiving yards over the season, but that was as a rookie. That was injuries before. He wasn't able to practice in training camp preseason, the first 6 weeks of the season. So he's going to get a boost from the injuries. He's going to get a boost, obviously, from the passing game, like you've talked about from these guys, obviously from the play calling. And no one has had more success with young tight ends than Sean Payton throughout his career. So I don't think it's crazy to say, especially his second year now. He's not a rookie. He has a full off season of health. To say that he get 1,000 yards.
I think it is crazy.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's way more likely that Jerry Jeudy gets 1,000 yards.
Well, of course, that's not the conversation. But I think in 8 seasons that Sean Payton had Jeremy Shockey, Jimmy Graham, and why can't I think of the other one?
Jason Witten. It's always a different one,
It's
too.
always a different one. In 8 seasons that Sean Payton had those guys, when they were all young, by the way, first to 4th year in the league, I believe, 5 of those seasons, the tight end went for over 1,000 yards.
It's possible.
It's more likely than not.
More likely to get 1,000, Mims, Dulcich, or KJ?
I would go...
Wait.
Dulcich and Mims are kind of tied, and then KJ's.
Do you know what all 3 of those tight ends have in common?
What?
Hall of Fame?
Famers.
But Sean Payton, too.
But also,
Yep.
they weren't Hall of Famers when Sean Payton took them over.
Whoa.
Again, they were all either rookies or in their 2nd or 3rd year in the league.
Yes,
the
but
Drew
do you
Brees
think
thing.
that making the Hall of Fame is based on your ability?
I certainly think that helps. But also, where were these guys drafted?
I don't know.
These weren't top 10 picks. I think Jeremy Shockey was, and when Sean Payton talks about Jeremy Shockey, he talks about you looked at him and you knew he was the truth. These other guys weren't like you look at them and you knew right away. I don't think those 3 were all 1st-round picks.
I don't know. Shockey did start with the Giants, though. And that is what people probably remember more.
And that's when he played with Sean Payton.
Oh, that was Giants, too.
Yes, that
he
was
just
Sean
got back
Payton.
together with the Saints.
Yes. So I'm
That's
only
true.
talking
That
about
is
those
true.
first few years. I'm not even talking about
Yeah.
when Jeremy Shockey rejoined the Saints.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, coaching matters. That's for sure, too. But I
Jeremy
would...
Shockey, the 14th overall pick. Like I said, I thought
Yeah.
he was very much known for that. Or he was known for being a
I'm
dude.
guessing Witten was low.
Jimmy Graham, 3rd-round pick. Where was Greg Dulcich picked?
3rd?
No,
No, 2nd.
3rd.
Benito. Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And then Jason Witten, 3rd-round pick.
Oh, okay. I thought he would be later.
We're talking about 2 3rd-round picks, a 1st-round pick, and then Greg Dulcich, who's a 3rd-round pick.
Yep.
So Sean Payton really helped those tight ends become Hall of Famers.
Who are their quarterbacks?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. He did. No,
think Eli
Jeremy
was
Shockey.
there when Jeremy Shockey was a rookie.
Yeah, that would have been, I think it's right around 2000. So that would have been right
Kerry
before
Collins?
Eli Manning. And then Jeremy Shockey, would that have been Tony Romo? Or Jason Witten. Would that have been Tony Romo?
Yes.
Or was that even pre-Tony? That might have been pre-Tony.
I don't know. Too long ago.
Yeah, and then Jimmy Graham would have been Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you're talking about some good quarterbacks, but also not good quarterbacks.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know who they were.
Yeah. But again, those three guys in those 8 years averaged 875 receiving yards.
So for Jeremy Shockey,
I think
it was Kerry Collins.
Okay.
Just so you know.
That's a good poll.
Impressive.
I would say that 875 is an attainable number.
That would be huge.
Oh, that'd be massive.
But then to be fair, if you're going to say like, oh, that's so far off from 1,000. I mean, what was
972.
I'm not saying it's so far off. I'm saying like
you
that's...
just said it would be so hard to imagine Greg Dulcich getting 1,000 yards this season.
Yes, I
But
can
now you're
imagine.
saying he can get 875, but now you're like, oh, well, another 125. But if you make that same argument for Jerry Jeudy, you just can't have it both ways.
No, I'm not. All I'm saying,
Yes, you
I
are.
see 875 as like the peak. So adding another 15% on that is a lot.
I don't think that's that far off. If you're going to make that same case for Jerry Jeudy only being 50 yards off, another 75 off of that. If you want to make that case for 50, it's not that far off.
That's 3 times as much. It's actually 5 times as much.
What is?
The
125 from 50? That's not 5 times
okay.
as
I
much.
thought it was 25. Yeah, so it's over double though.
Yeah.
But again, I'm talking about that's his ceiling. Jerry Jeudy's ceiling is like
Okay.
1,500 yards.
Okay, I don't. If you want to say Jerry Jeudy's ceiling is 1,500 yards, Greg Dulcich's ceiling is higher than that. It's higher than 875.
Okay, I mean it doesn't
I don't
matter.
know.
As a rookie, he was on pace for 700 yards dealing with injuries.
But he didn't. He got 400.
Yeah, because of injuries.
There was only, I guess, let's see.
He's a guy that gets injured.
So then,
Kelce
do we just want to? If you're going to play that game, then do we just need to look at the numbers that these receivers together have put up without even giving them the benefit of the doubt of averaging them out over a 17-game season?
I don't know what you mean.
Because you're saying you just have to look at the raw numbers. You can't give him the benefit of the doubt of what he would do on a per-game basis if he stayed healthy for 17 games.
But you're saying if he stayed healthy, he could have gotten 70% of the way to 1,000 yards.
Yeah. As a tight end.
So that's 2 things. You're having to jump through 2 hoops.